Kia ora, team. Well, I'm back at my stash, and miraculously it's all here. Sadly, I thought this was gasoline, but it's water. So, yeah, I don't... Anyway, I'm taking a little 5 minutes to recover. As you can tell from the state of my blood, I ran into a little trouble. I ran into a little wolf trouble outside Muratin. There was 4 or 5 of them in the woods. And I just couldn't get it together with my crossbow, and I kept missing. And then I made the mistake of accidentally running into a pox cloud while I was trying to get rid of the wolves. Pardon me, and so on and so forth. Um, so I'm taking a little break up here, listening for missile strikes, because obviously we've covered the fact that a gas strike out here can impact me. But what I wanted to say was, if you have been keeping up with the upcoming Halloween events and so on, you will know there's been some changes. And here's a couple of them. I got a nose. I got a crooked nose. Want to see my crooked nose? How about that? Lovely crooked nose for absolutely no reason whatsoever, other than you can have a lovely crone's nose, if that's your kind of thing. And the other one is this hood. So this is the witch's hood, which I got off the maid, which is the old woman in the black and white dress. This one's not in great condition, but I probably have a kit somewhere. So it's supposed to be pretty good because the you can put it over the top of the you don't want to see that, over the top of the please stop. Can I get something where there's nothing? Over the top of the chainmail coif. And if you put it over the top of the chainmail coif, then you get the benefit of the head protection offered by the coif. And also in relation to the, what do you call it? The weatherproofing of the hood. I look bad. Am I meant to look that bad? Is that pox? Because I'm not showing as sick per se. But I'd have to say that everything suggests I don't look well. Now, is that a Halloween thing, or is that... Oh, that's ruined. Well, that's a shame. I need to get my radar cap back then, obviously. Yeah, that's not good, because if I've got something terminal like pox and that's going to develop into full-blown pox, then I'm definitely dead. So yeah, that's new and doesn't look good. So I'm gonna carry on popping my pills and hoping I get better without getting worse. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna... Oh, hello. Which one? No, not this side. Other side. It's the other side? Yeah, there it is. Other side. Doesn't come this far, which is fine. Like if there's anybody over there, they're going to be heading over this way real soon. Oh. Yeah, so what I was going to do was I was going to hop into the Hummer, if it's still there. I haven't even checked if it's there. I know the Olga's still there. I walked past it. But if the Hummer's there, I'm going to check out how much gas is in it. Because if there's not enough gas in it, then I'm going to have to run around and find some gas. So anyway, so I'm going to go check the Hummer, and I'm going to see about loading it up and getting over to my other base. I'll see you soon. Hey, yes, here we are. That's my Hummer, and that's my base. You're right. That is my Hummer, and that is my base. We're not finished. Sadly, a couple of things. I realized that when the base at Maratin got robbed, they took all my nails. Don't. So they took all my nails. So I don't have nails. which is a major shame because that would have been very helpful. So I've got a couple of things that I need to finish off here, a gate over here, and some things around the front to stop people climbing on top of the house. As it is, I think the gate is secure-ish. For now, people can't drop in behind the gate that I'm aware of. It's got a code lock on it. You can't get into the house. The Hummer is all locked up, and the stuff at the Hummer is locked up. It's not got a lot of gas in it, but there you go. And I've got a few jobs to do. I've got the first of which is find some more nails and also some more wire. So we're over here at our base. Down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a trundle over to the sawmill and that little house, and maybe via this little house perhaps, and see if they have any nails or wire or stuff. And then what I might do is I might take a run up to Pioneer and Zalisi. Not so much Pioneer I'm worried about, but really Zalisi, because they might have nails and wire. And I could probably do a replenishing water along the way, somewhere along the way. And then I think, depending on what we find, I'm either coming back here to finish the base and the walls of the base, or I'm going to carry on down the red route, check out these houses along here, and can't remember what that is over there, if I've even been there, but I should check it out, and go into Palana, and then go to Swarog and get some more grenades, because we still need grenades, still need grenades, still need grenades, and seeing as we're over this side of the map, we'll just do a little run that way. I'm really worried that I'm desperately sick. That doesn't look good. I don't have the sickness sign on me, and I keep popping pills, but I think I've got the pox, which is interesting because I would have thought that I would have had some other bio sign on the side of my stats on the bottom, and I don't. I just look pretty unwell. I don't feel unwell. So I don't know what's going on about that. So yeah, so why don't you take the Hummer, you say? Oh, just the same as I've said before, man. It's so noisy. You're inviting attention. I don't want to invite attention right now. I just want to get on and do some things. So I'm going to just get on and do some things and have a little runabout and nosy about, and then I'm going to come back here. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, but you know, not doing too bad. Just on a couple of things, because I've obviously touched on the fact that it is, you know, Walpurgis night and all of that kind of stuff, Halloween, etc., etc. There's a pretty strong thinking now that there's going to be a significant server wipe when 1.23 hits. So all of this stuff will likely have been in vain. Oh, sigh. Oh well, we'll see. I'll see you soon. Right, cure a team. Right, come and check the place out. So this is my Hummer. I've locked things. See, wheels and doors. I've locked them. Why? Because I know how easy it is to pick up a wheel and walk off with it. You need a tire iron to unlock these, and you need a wrench to unlock the doors. And most people aren't wandering around with tire irons and wrenches. So this is the outside. I do not believe that you can climb up onto that roof, so I think we're pretty good. I got some barbed wire there, and you can't climb these, and you can't climb from there. But we'll have a look at the other side in a minute, and go around this side. You can't climb here. I've tried. I have tried. Can't climb here. Isn't gonna let you do it. I've got a fence here that you can't get past. Can't climb up here. Oh, you can climb up here. Well, you can climb up here, but that said, you can't climb up onto the roof from here, and there's barbed wire there, so good luck to you with that. And there's barbed wire there, so good luck to you with that. That's the first time I've been able to climb up on that side. On this side, you can climb up here, and you can walk around on top of the fence up onto that roof, which is fine. Again, barbed wire. You can walk along this bit. Oh, sometimes you can walk along this bit if you don't fall off. Which, you know, goes to show you how tricksy it is. But there you go. This is what you do to try and figure out is there a way in. You can walk along here. From here, you actually can, without the fence in the way, you can actually jump onto that lean-to. But with the fence in the way, it won't let you do it. I've tried a good few times with carrying a lot less stuff than I'm currently carrying, and you can't do it. So I ran out of nails. I mean, obviously, eventually, with enough nails is the problem here. 3 more boxes of nails and I'd finish this. I'm gonna put wooden planks, and when I get barbed wire, I'm gonna put barbed wire all over the top. This needs to be a gate so I can get in and out and finish the inside. Obviously, you can't climb over that. I can't get through here. So you kind of get stuck in there. So that's that side, as vandal proof as I think I can make it for now. So that's vandal proof, climb proof. You can climb up here, but you can't climb up there. You can't climb up on this. So I don't know why. It seems like you should, but I've tried it a couple of times and I can't do it. No guarantees, of course. So here we are. You can look away while I'm doing the code. Right, so that's the first gate, and the first gate gets you in here. You can't go in this door. At least not with the gate shut. And you can't sneak in here. Once again, I've tried. I can't get through there, and you start getting glitchy and stuff like that. You can go into the shed. And occasionally things spawn in the shed, but I don't have anything in the shed for right now. It's just my shed. So this means that once I get in here, I can open this with my leisure. Again, you can look away. So once it's open, you've got to get out of the way quick. Otherwise, it jams you up against those doors, and you have to monkey around. So if you get up on top of the roof and you come over, you can get down onto that table. However, with the door in place, you can't go anywhere else. You're kind of stuck there. You'd have to unlock the door. You can go in there, in the other side where there's a little cavity, but again, it doesn't go anywhere. You could see in, but that's about it. You can't get in. You'd have to break yourself out, or you'd have to, log out into a different server and so on. So, with the door shut, there you go. You can't fall through this gap. At least I'm pretty sure you can't fall through this gap. Again, I have tried as much as I can, but that's why I put all that stuff on the other side, and I want to finish the other side with all the barbed wire. This one is a problem because when you go to mount the barbed wire goes on the ground in here, and you can't quite reach it because there's stuff in the way. So that's it. So I think I've done as much foolproofing as I can, says the fool. And I've tried to get in, and every bit of barbed wire that we get and stick on the top helps prevent it. I'd love to be able to get some barbed wire sorted on the fence, on the gate, and I'm really going to try hard to figure out how to do that. There must be some way to do it, but I'll try and figure it out when I get some more barbed wire. So there you are. Ta-da! Here we are. Here's the base. I've got some stuff in here, and I've got a bag in here that I need to empty out, and I've got my little room and little frying pan on the stove, and this protects me from random snipers because nobody can see in, nobody can shoot in. So that's inside, not outside. can't see through there. I've done a much better job than the last one of blocking up all the holes and making everything as tight as I can. So as far as I know, barring a little bit more effort to close this off, this is as good a little base as I'm going to get. It's not quite as simple as I would have quite liked, but hey ho, there you go. So this is where we currently are at with base, and we've got some odds and sods in there that probably need to cull, and we've got some bits and pieces in there that probably need to cull. So I think the plan largely is I'm not looking really well, and I don't know if that's a Halloween thing, or is it the cowl? No, I just look bad. So I don't seem to be getting any worse. And it's not affecting my health, so I don't know what the story with that is. We'll just ignore it for now. I think. So the plan is, I think now is, yeah, you're right. We need now. We've got a base. Hooray! We've got a base. So we've got our little base up here in the woods. And so what we're going to do is I went up to Pioneer and I went up to Zalisi, and that's where I got some nails and things. I had a hell of a time outside Pioneer with wolves. There's a wolf spawn up in the woods on this side of Pioneer, obviously. And then I got chased all the way over here. And then I was heading down through the woods, and there's wolf spawns over here too. So beware when you're running through the woods between Pioneer, Zalisi, and Sarnawek that there's wolf spawns here, and it was not fun at night, and I nearly died twice. So anyway, we're gonna go down the road, and we're gonna go down the road to Polana, and then we're gonna go over to Svarog, and we're gonna try and get some more grenades, because now we've got a place which is our forward operating base. We can store some gear, we can travel light, we can come back here and drop things off as and when we need to. I still probably need to have a look at where the nearest petrol station is. There's one in Polana, but it's crawling with infected and it gets gassed. You don't want to be trying to fill up your vehicle. So there's no. I've not seen a petrol station in Zalisi. Sarnawek doesn't have one. That doesn't have one. Hedrakau doesn't have one. Svarog won't have one. There won't be one out here. There's actually isn't one in Nadebor, or the quarry, or this big industrial complex out here. Widok, blimey, it's a bit of a travel for fuel. Nothing in Dolnek. Yeah, there's not that many places to get gas on the map, but I mean, that's fine. I'm not, like I said, I'm not super. Yeah, all the central ones will be nothing. Yeah, I'm not super into using the there's one to Poland, using the Hummer without really good cause, because they are noisy, and there's one sit next. So there's not that many around. So there's not that much around. They are noisy, and I don't feel a burning desire to use it right now. So that's fine. So we'll leave it where it is. It's all as safe as it's going to be. And if I lose it, I'll lose it. It's a handy thing to have to cart stuff around in, but it's not exactly the end of the world if it disappears. So that's the plan from here. So the plan from here is sort out my stuff, and then back on the road down to Plana and Svarog, and get some more grenades, man. And then we've got to go up and find out what exactly is happening in Topolon, and see if we cannot, please, crack at least one of the two bases that seem to be still intact up there, and give it a go. How's about that? Sound good? All right. I'll call you back when I've when I've sorted out a plan of something, shall I? Or something magical or tragical happens, like I get killed by wolves again. Oh, see you soon. Well, now then. This is a place you may have heard of. This is a place called Damborg. What's in Damborg, you may say? Well, sir, this thing is down here in Damborg. Isn't it? You need an access card, I believe. No idea where you would get said access card. But apparently you do need one. Anyway, I was down in the area, and I thought I'd show you that we were down in the area, snooping around, looking at bases, trying to find nades, that kind of thing. And this is what's down here. No grenades. No grenades. Oh well, there you go. Kia ora, team. We're back at base. Dawn is breaking. Everything is secure. Everything is safe. I got enough on my little journey to almost finish out the B&E proofing on the back. I did have a problem with one wall in that I did the bottom part of the wall fine, but it won't. It's mucking around with the top bit. It wants to build a platform. It doesn't. It wants to make it into a watchtower or something. It doesn't want to make it into a fence, and I've had that problem before near houses, as I've said. So yeah, I don't know how much of a problem it is. It didn't seem to be an issue in that it didn't seem to prevent. Sorry, I still couldn't climb because the wall's in the way, because I think the wall clash box is taller than what it physically appears. So I think it's pretty sound, but it is a weakness I'm not 100% sure about. The rest of it is all fine, multiple layers of defenses, etc., etc., etc. So what have we got in here now? Well, what we've got in here is we've got a little stack over here, which is mostly actually just building material and a couple of odds and sods. The bags and the jerry can take up an awful lot of space, but essentially it's just junk. It's not really stuff. Over here is a couple of different things. Over here is some ammo. I picked up a KA, which is not in great condition and doesn't have a magazine, but I didn't have an assault weapon, so I thought it was about time I got one. This was lying around, so I picked it up. So there you go. I don't have ammo for it. I don't have a magazine. Don't have anything at the minute. It's just taking up space in a crate. And I've got some spare stuff, and I've got some spare ammo for the Tundra. I should take one of those boxes actually. And I've got this. I did manage to pick up one grenade in Polana. For some random reason, best known to itself, there was a bear in Polana, which is a bit concerning. So where are we? Polana, Radunan, Razaka, Nibor, Polana. Yeah. So I was in Polana, and I heard a bear in there, somewhere. Couldn't see it. There's quite a lot of trees and things. I didn't want to get involved because the last thing I want to do is that there's infected there, then I get hit by a bear, then the place gets gassed, then no, thank you. So I skipped that, but I did get a grenade in Plana. And then we went over to Svarog, and I didn't find anything. I didn't find anything. I can't believe it, not a thing. Well, I mean, there's lots of stuff there, but none of the stuff I wanted. And no big style military weapons or anything like that. I checked all the towers. No, nothing. Didn't find a thing. I went down the road to where our old shelter was, but it's gone, which is fine. I then went on a little cross country journey, and I went over here and I checked out a little house up here, and then I went down here to this little military, which is fine, but there was nothing there. Oh no, this one. This is the one. Yes, down here. Now there's a base down here, which is quite nice because at the minute it's currently a single skin base. They're looking to put in a second skin around it, but if we get enough grenades, this would be a perfect base to test our theory on, rather than to Poland, all the way up here. And I say that because it is, sorry with the jumping around, because it is all the way over here. Yes, it's in the middle of nowhere. So no one's going to hear us. There's a few military infected around, but they're easily taken care of with the crossbow. It's a single skin base. If I can get to it before they add a second layer of defenses to it, it seemed to have a tent in it. It seemed to be pretty simple, 4-code lock, etc. So it wouldn't be a big problem for us to hop in the car and drive from there drive down the road, drive through the roadblock at Polana, and drive out to this place and hit it. So that's what I'm thinking about that one. These are bunkers, which is fine. No grenades. I was in one of those. I got the KA actually. Over the top of Timbark is, what is that? That's a house and some outbuildings. Nothing really much there. I didn't go down here. I don't think that blue thing is a building. I'm not sure. I don't mean the lake. I mean the other thing below it. Could be something else. And then I went over to these buildings and checked those out. Derelicts. And obviously, did I check that one out? No, I don't think I did. I didn't check that building out. I did go down the road to Damborg, and I showed you Damborg and the bunker. I went up, I checked the house on the hill. I went down to the little quarry, interesting little quarry there with a pond in it and some stuff. And then came back up the road, past the house and the sawmill, and back in here again. And that's where I am. I'm sitting in here, and I put this stuff together. So along the way, I picked up a couple of these bits and pieces, which is the combat gas mask, a gas mask with a filter, and some NPC boots and some NPC pants, jacket. Sorry. So that sort of changed my mind a little bit. Well, it didn't change my mind a little bit. It's time to think about some other things, because I've sort of done enough running around, trying to build a base. I've built a base. How long the base lasts, who can say? Hopefully a little bit longer than the last one, but I can't just sit around doing all this base malarkey stuff all the time. Gotta move on. Gotta do some stuff. So what I'm thinking is, we're still on the lookout for grenades, but I'm not going to be just running around military yet again looking for grenades, because I really think I've done all that, and like I've said with DayZ, it's probably better to do multiple things at a time, or not confine yourself to one thing, because it just gets a bit tedious. So what I am proposing is, and bear with me, I'm going to head back up the road past Pioneer and Zalisi, avoiding the wolves around Pioneer, because there's a bunch of them, as we know. I might just follow the red route, and just might be simpler. And I'm going to head up to Poland, and I'm going to check the situation out yet again. The last time I went through there was looking for those pliers, and like I said, the tower blocks over here still had someone in them, and the tower block over here still seemed to be shut. There's no military around Zalisi or anything where I could get grenades, but hey ho, you never know. Who knows what might happen? So anyway, and I'm going to drop into the medical to Poland and see if I can get some NBC stuff, charcoal, mask filter, extra NBC gear, whatever. Gonna do that, and that's gonna be just a nosy to Poland generally. Then what I want to do is I want to head over to Gliniska, and I'm going to drop into the medical at Gliniska, and I'm going to pick up some whatever it is in Gliniska and have a look at Gliniska. What I'm then going to propose to do is head on down the road to Brenna, and same with Brenna. Brenna has a medical, etc., etc., etc. Pick up any stuff we've got at Brenna, any bits and pieces. At that point, we'll see how we're doing with NBC gear. I mean, if we've got a full stack of NBC gear, I'm heading back. And I'll explain why in a minute. If I don't, then we're carrying on. Probably not Sabatka. I'll probably go round to the Colin Brody sign, and I'll head over. I'll do the Tarnow barracks, which we've done before, and I'll do Tarnow medical and do Graben medical, if I have to. If we still don't have full sets of gear, then I'll go down and do Sitnik, but then I'm going to head across country. And I want to have a look at the Borek, because there's a couple of places we never got to. I never got to this place, and it looks military by nature, but I think we should definitely check it out. It looks like a fairly big base with a town attached. I expect it's probably mostly derelict. There's a big old farm at the back and everything else. The end of the train route, which is the red line that runs across the top, comes into Borek. So I'm assuming Borek is probably mostly derelict, but we're going to check it out anyway. Then from Borek, I don't think there's anything. There's a little military in Lemborg I've not been to, and I think that's it. So that's probably it. There's a little military in in Lemborg at the bottom. I say little, it doesn't look that little. Um, and then sidestep Radunan, back across through Lapina, back across through Maratin. Always check them. I could always check the military there, and head back to our little base down here. Hopefully with a full set of NBC gear. Then, if we have a full set of NBC gear, we can decide to do either Radunan or the northernmost one up here, the airfield, the gassed one. I'm kind of thinking doing the northern one first might be a good idea. Just cause I think what I can do is I can take the Hummer down some back roads and off the edge of the map on the left. And then you can drive up the edge of the map on the left, and there's a couple of roads that come in, like over here outside Bialawa, and then cut through the back of Bialawa and park up just outside the yellow route, somewhere outside the gas cloud, and then go in and raid the place and come back out and chuck it all in the Hummer and drive all the way back again. And then, depending on how well that goes, there's always the possibility of just taking the Hummer to Radunan and parking it up off the road somewhere and doing a run around Radunan. And we'll see what happens with everything else, because as we've kind of said, and I'll stop looking at that because it gets a little bit seasick after a while. As I've kind of said, one of the issues is that yes, by all means, I can go around and I can stand here and I can go and say, well, I'm going to get NBC gear and I'm going to get this and I'm going to get that and I'm going to get all the rest of it. But you're a little bit at the whims of the RNG when it comes to stuff like that. So the reality is, it's probably best to have a couple of goals in mind, and the couple of goals I have are to get more grenades, because we can't. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything that's crackable any other way. You have to break in, and you can break in one of a few ways, but essentially you're using some kind of explosive or some kind of high caliber military weapon, usually an assault rifle, and an awful lot of rounds of ammo. So by all means, with the KA, if I get like 200 rounds of ammunition, then yeah, you can sit there with 200 rounds of ammunition and just keep shooting at it for 10 minutes until you've expended all your ammo, and then you've got yourself in. But it's pretty noisy. So, well, it's not. Not only is it noisy, but it's noisy and of a duration. So that's the drama, Llama. So that's the plan. So I need to move on. There's a couple of things we haven't done. Um, the Damborg bunker, I don't know, because I don't know how to get in. So, in keeping with, pardon me, in keeping with my gestalt for my gameplay, which is to say I don't use external resources. How am I to figure that bunker out? I wonder. So I'm gonna have to think about that one. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be hitting the road, and I'm gonna be leaving this place for a little bit. Probably not a long time. Wolves? I wonder if a player is nearby and that's why they've triggered the wolves. Got nothing to do with me. So yeah, so I'm going to be leaving this place for a while. Ironic, really, because I was just about to say, I don't care about that stuff. If someone breaks in, whatever, I don't care about that stuff. I do care about the NBC gear. So I think what I might do is I might take the NBC gear box and, what are those wolves up to? And I might bury it. I might bury it at the back somewhere because I've got my doubts about the base. So I'm not going to be doing that while there's wolves about, unfortunately, which is fine because this is probably the end of my gaming for this evening, and I need to go and do something completely different. So I think what means is this will be a slightly shorter one, just to show you that I've kind of finished all of this and finished the base, and we've got another plan to move on and do other things. Not that we have cancelled what we are proposing to do. Base building, tick. Base cracking, done it once with the watchtower and that we climbed over the top, but we've still got other stuff to do to work on that, and we're still working on it. So that's fine, work in progress. And the toxic zones, and I think part of the benefit of doing the toxic zones obviously is because they're toxic zones and they're hard to get into. We might find some of the loot we need for base cracking. And once we've set up the NBC gear and we're familiar with the toxic zones and know what we're getting, and we've got the Hummer, presumably if we keep it, people don't break in here and then steal it, then that's great. Then all we need to worry about is when we need some more gear, we just take a stroll out in the Hummer to one of the toxic zones, we stock up and come back again, assuming the base survives that long. So that is the situation, and the wolves are getting quite loud. So now will be time for me to cut out. So yeah, apologies for this being probably a little bit shorter than usual. I normally try and make them as close to the hour as possible. I can't do more than an hour on Share Factory. It will not let me. But you know, there you go. Right, the wolves are coming. That means it's time for me to go. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. I know it's been a bit of a staid one, this one, trying to get some stuff sorted and get the new base built. But the wolves are right outside the base. But yeah, that's the way it is sometimes with DayZ. A lot of running around for not a lot. So yeah, do drop me a like, do subscribe. It does help me a lot. I'm nearly at 100 subscribers. Please, please, please be the 100 subscriber. And as I've said, I promised to do a live stream at some point. So it may be a possibility that the live stream might be one of the toxic zones. Who knows? Anyway, ta-ta for now.